All right, everyone, back again. Episode 21. This episode's brought to you by our friends at Fantasy Stand. Go follow them on Instagram to sign up. It's right on their link on Instagram as well. I know they're big with fantasy football, but I'm sure they're going to have some stuff rolling out for baseball and stuff. But yeah, just go and check it out. And they got really, really good things coming. I'm actually excited for the fall because I'm going to be playing some fantasy games too and trying to win some money.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, of course. All right, so this is our first episode with no guests. We just thought to give it a break for this week. And then also we have very exciting news before we get into the topics tonight. So I was an idiot and only did 32 shirts, and boy
And
did that bite me. So I feel like we have 12, 13, 14 shirts left. So we'll see. I mean,
and what did I say in the very beginning?
I know, and it was crazy, and also the size mediums bit me in the ass too because a few people have been asking for mediums. So, for those that did buy, thank you so much. It means a lot for you guys to buy the shirts because like of course the both of us were nervous to have these shirts come out because we didn't want to be stuck with like 60, 70 shirts. So we just want to do a test run with 32, and then we'll probably do. Maybe a gray, or I think the royal blue looks incredible. So we might roll with the blue. So for those that did buy one, they should be at my house Friday latest. So we'll start doing like drop offs and stuff. I'm actually hoping that they come Thursday. That would be awesome. So
Yeah, that was sweet.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
I
So
told you to get more shirts, man.
I know, but yeah, I mean, I'm very excited to see all the people that bought them and stuff, and even
Yeah.
people that like didn't like really listen to the podcast actually bought shirts. So
Yeah.
that was like really, really nice of them.
I mean, who
Yeah.
doesn't like a sweet ass t-shirt?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
I'll lead off. So of course boxing. So we are a podcast that just doesn't support top ranked PBC and all. We will go to the club shows, whether it's covering it or going for some entertainment. So it was at a very interesting location, the Sportsplex, where Nick used to play.
The
Growing
old
up and
stomping
all.
grounds.
Yes, the old stomping ground. So very interesting setup. So people were allowed to sit in the bleachers, and then they had chairs and stuff set inside of the rink. And then the way the fighters came out was there's like a balcony where there's like an office and stuff. It's like a huge space. So like the player so the players, the fighters were warming up there, doing pad work and stuff, and then they would come down the steps, walk into where the seats are, and then just go in. I guess there's like a secret door or something like that on the other side of the place, and then when the music hit, they would come out to the ring.
Where
Yeah, I
the
mean, it was a great.
Zambonis come in.
I know. So this card had 5 fights. The first two just set the tone for the night because like usually the first two are like literally like barn burners, so you
Yeah.
just don't know where it goes. Could be first round, second round knockouts. The first one was a really, really nice fight. A kid from West Philly, Nasir Mickens, put on and then also his opponent, major shout to him. It was a French guy. So they were just throwing haymakers left and right, but the both of them were exhausted after the second round. But Nasir Mickens definitely did enough in the 4 rounds to win it. So he won by unanimous decision. He's 2-0. My only critics on Nasir Mickens, I love his power. Obviously, just get the stamina up, but he's going to learn that being a pro. And this.
See, how young is he?
Hold on. Let me pull up his box rec. I
He's
think
probably young, right? So he's
yeah. Let me
only 2-0.
see. He was born in. Does it list his birth date? So this is weird. It doesn't list his birth date. It just shows. Yeah, he's a tiny guy. He's 5'5". It doesn't list his birth. Oh, here it is. Sorry, age. Age is 25, but it doesn't list his date of birth.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, like, again, you will learn how to get yourself like ready and all, and then work on different stuff. But he looked really good, so
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see him go back out there again.
Nice.
And then the second fight was a 5th-round TKO. Spanish kid Edgar Joe Cortez beat Michael Stute. So Edgar Joe Cortez is a journeyman, 7-6-1 now after this fight. So it was nice to see him get the his first TKO. So
Very
like,
nice.
yeah, he was just wearing the guy down, but that guy had a lot of balls to just continue and just take all that pain and pressure. But yeah, Edgar Joe Cortez, he had a nice following too. He's from Millville, New Jersey.
Okay, not too
So
far.
yeah, yeah. So like, and plus like that side of Jersey, you get a lot of decent fighters and stuff from there too. But
Yeah.
and plus it's a short trip coming up to Feasterville and all too. So yeah, he looked good. So it was all right. So the third and
Nice.
fourth fight were just like tune-up fights. This was just a situation where their friggin' opponents backed out and stuff, people afraid of their records and stuff.
Right.
So the third fight was Rodney Rice refers to him as the heart of his promotional company, because Nahir Albright is a very special story where, he was like literally at the bottom and just living at different places and stuff. So it's really nice to see that he's 10-1. Hopefully, getting on TV soon or getting a
Did he
title shot.
never mind, I'm confusing somebody else. Never mind. Nah.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah,
saw
so
somebody with a belt and I know he's from Philly, so
oh yeah, no. So he's 10-1. He's fighting on the third. Also, I was featured on his Instagram. I didn't realize it was such a big deal. So obviously, Nick knows, and some people that are close to me. So I do like a Philly project that I have, and it's this big ass binder. It's signed by all these different fighters from Danny Garcia all the way down to the prospects. So like if a prospect's like really good or if they're on their way, I'm gonna get their signature and just keep as like a keepsake. So like a lot of people will do like like boxing gloves and stuff, but I'd rather just get like photos signed and just put them in a binder. So I believe that was his first autograph because he actually posted it on his Instagram and
oh
it showed
nice.
me getting it and all. Yeah, he was very excited. Yeah, so I mean that like meant a lot. And plus it was really cool that he posted on Instagram saying that he was literally in the slums and now he's signing autographs. So I mean, like
That's
I feel
pretty
like that
cool.
made his night. Yeah, so that was cool.
I love those
To
stories,
see
man.
that. Yes. Oh yeah,
I
he's
really do.
great, and he's 100% down to come on. So maybe we'll get him on soon. I was hoping for Sunday, but I didn't hear back from him. Or maybe next week we'll try to get him too. Sheem got his first TKO. I know he's been waiting for that, so he's five
Shout
and
out
zero.
Sheem.
Yeah, he
It's
fought a
our guy.
guy that definitely had no business in the ring with him. But hey, shit happens. I mean, this was his third guy who he had in front of. So the first guy was undefeated. I forget his name. There was a situation or something like that, and it got like really upsetting to Sheem's dad was upset about the whole situation, saying that like guys are afraid of their taken away. I mean, like this is like the same shit that Boots is going through right
Yep.
now. I mean, like people are saying, yeah, he's 26-0, but he hasn't fought nobody. Well, that's because nobody wants to fight him. So
Right.
I mean, like, what do? You just line up the guys? I mean, but Boots isn't a guy that looks like that he's just knocking all these chumps down and just fighting a tough ass guy and get destroyed. Like Boots gets better, and
Right.
he's definitely better than his older brothers. So he's definitely going to be getting a title shot and holding a belt, whether it's the end of the year or even early next
He
year.
should
So
already have one,
exactly right.
you know?
Yeah. So anyway, it was just a situation for Nahir and Sheem. So Nahir got a second round TKO, and Sheem also got a second round TKO. It was just an easy night. I think they broke a sweat, so they were
Keep
easy.
busy fights.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I know that Nahir's fighting on Rodney's next card, featuring Northeast Philly's own Joey the Tank DeWaco heavyweight. I already told him that I'll kill him if he doesn't save me a 2X in a shirt. so
Do we owe
so
him a shirt
we'll see
too?
how that goes. Yeah. I told him that I got a shirt for him. So yeah, he'll
Nice.
definitely rock it for us. Then the main event. Oh my goodness. So this was a good one. So Cameron Crail used to be a Mayweather fighter, which
Hmm.
is interesting because he was 17-17. He's got 17 losses, but he does have a great if you look on his box racks, he's fought like every single prospect. He's even fought hooker and all too. And then Shenard Bunch, he's had two tough fights, I would say, in his career. One was Paul Kroll in his third pro fight, fighting a guy like Paul Kroll that should have been a U.S. Olympian. And then fighting Dennis O'Kuth, where he landed the two hardest combos ever, which probably saved him in the cards because he got him out of there. He broke his ribs and jaw on that
Oh
combo.
wow.
Yeah, and then yeah, and I actually rewatched the fight as well. So one of the guys, Brian Dillon, that helped promote the fight, um Facebook Live each round, so I was able to watch all 8 rounds when I woke up the next morning.
Oh, nice.
So very, very tough. I thought Shenard got the early rounds, and then Cameron made it close, like late in the rounds for like an 8-round bout. But in my opinion, I had it 5-3, which means that Shenard won by a round, and it definitely was close between a draw or Shenard winning. But Cameron did make it close, especially Shenard's face looking the way it did. And then Cameron came up to me, actually, and this is a true story. I'm not even bullshitting. He came up to me, and I was just saying, yo, I definitely want to get a picture with you. And also, you showed a lot of fucking heart, going all 8 rounds and just fighting a kid like Shenard Bunch. That's definitely not easy. And especially taking him late and then the rounds like that, because usually scrap gets people out of there early. So yeah, he did his thing against him. And yeah, so he said that he thought that it was bullshit and it was a hometown favorite, and he knows when he won and he knows when he loses, and he definitely didn't lose. I mean, like, of course, like, I'm a huge Shenard supporter no matter what, but I did say it was close. I did say it was super, super close. I thought he had you by a round, but of course he didn't
Agree
want
with
to
you.
hear that. Right. But I mean, yeah, it was very, very close. I still think that Shenard won, no matter the politics and all, and him having his first main event. Yeah, but he definitely won by one round. I did rewatch it, and I'm very curious to see when Scrap's back out there. I think he's got one April 10th, but I think he should let that eye heal a
Yeah,
little
for sure. I
bit.
saw that.
Yeah, so I have no idea when he's fighting. I think April 10th, and then Coach Chino, who's his trainer, Tevin Farmer's trainer too. He said April 27th, but that's like during the week. The only one that I know is Tony Jetter's card is
Yes.
April 24th, so maybe they meant that on the Brandon Chambers card. Yeah.
Maybe he's fighting Brandon Chambers.
Oh man, that would be nuts.
That would be
That'd be
something.
crazy. All right, cool. Yes, so that's it for boxing. I think the next event locally is April 3rd. The big, actually, there's great boxing tomorrow night if you guys wanted to watch. Coach Chino's boys, Victor Padilla and Stevie Ortiz, both undefeated. Stevie's from Philly, Victor's from Jersey, so
Where's this?
definitely watch
Where's this?
that.
Where's this card at?
So that's on the bubble at the Mohican
In
in
Vegas.
Connecticut.
Oh, Connecticut. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right. Whoops.
so that will be on Showtime. You definitely don't want to miss that, Nick. It's going to be a hell of a
Nice.
fight. All right, yes. So that's it for boxing. Again, we got those, and then Rodney's card on the 3rd, and then we got Boots Ennis fighting April 10th. And then also moving into
Who's he
UFC.
fighting?
Boots is fighting a really tough guy. He actually fought Earl Spence, Lipinets.
Okay.
I think Boots should knock him out, or
Yeah,
at least
get him
go
out
to
of
the
there.
distance with him. Yeah, easily.
What's Spence do to him?
I think it was a knockout, if I'm not mistaken,
Nice.
or it was a unanimous decision. Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
Yeah, so the guy's like 16-1. So I mean, yeah,
It'll be a good fight.
Yeah,
As long as it lasts. Yeah.
of course. Yeah, and then now UFC breaking news today. Sean Brady, top 14, unbelievable. He was an
Yeah.
animal Saturday night. I made sure that I had my fucking AirPods in my pocket, and I was literally able to watch it before the first bell for the fight on Rodney's card. So yeah, he's a animal. I think so obviously Sean's boxing game worked against Court McGee, but then he fought like Ishmael, and then he
Already have, yeah.
yeah, and then he fought Christian Aguilera, and then Jake Matthews. So the ground game is of course his specialty, especially doing a one-arm choke out. Like, that's just impressive, and he's
Yeah.
just too strong on the ground. But he should definitely try to maybe not box as much, just like try to get people on the ground exactly the way like Usman and Khabib do it too. You know?
Yeah, so it's weird the way those fights obviously every round starts standing up, and
Yeah.
you kind of get a feel as what you're going to do, especially like a guy like Sean. Like Sean, he literally is a black belt in Brazilian
Right.
Jiu-Jitsu under Gracie, like that literally a
Yes.
legit Gracie. You know, Daniel's cousins. I think that's what Sean said with oh my god, Horace Gracie or some I forget his first name, but God, that's so bad by me. Um, he he's a legit black belt under him, so you know there's levels to being a black belt, right? So like if you're a black belt under a Gracie, you know you're legit. Like I think Pat Sabatini, who's going to be making his UFC debut hopefully soon,
Yeah.
um, is a black belt under Gracie as well. So you know if you get one through them, you're good. And as far as that fight with Jake Matthews, Sean actually was in either the second or third round. His go-to punch, I think, is like a short left hook, and
Yes.
he actually like dropped him. And I know Sean's been working on a stand-up game with Boots.
Yes.
So if he just continues that, dude, and if he just gets as confident in his stand-up that he is with his ground game,
Yeah.
he's going to be a problem, man. Like I
Oh,
mean,
for
he
sure.
already is, you know. So you fight Court McGee in your first fight, super tough guy, veteran, you know, and you do what you did to him, and then you get a young guy like Ishmael Nardiev who had a great record, but now he's like fighting in Kuwait or something.
Yeah, yeah, he's like fighting in Germany. I think I told you that after we went to
Yeah,
Cafe Carmelo. Like I literally like was like looking up Sean Brady stuff on a Sunday morning, and I saw he was like fighting in Germany. So I think like the UFC just told him to get lost
yeah,
after
they cut a lot of
losing.
people.
Yeah,
And then you fight Christian Aguilera. That was such a mismatch, obviously. And then
yeah,
Jake Matthews, who's been in the UFC he's younger than Sean, but he's been in the UFC since he's been 19 years old.
yeah.
That's insane. And
I would love for him to get so obviously like Robbie Lawler I think's 15, but he did say like he would like a Robbie Lawler.
yeah, but you need a name like that in your record now. Sean
Yeah,
would totally
yeah,
take that fight.
that would be fantastic if he gets him around. Well, Sean fights like every few months, but like I would love to see him back in June, but
Yeah.
probably realistically, we'll probably see him July or August. I feel
Right.
like,
Yeah. And it all depends
yeah,
on how this shapes out. Like we got a great welterweight fight coming up this weekend. Leon Edwards versus Bilal Muhammad, and
oh
obviously
yeah, yeah,
Bilal and Sean were supposed to fight,
yes,
and then but realistically, that fight never would have never happened anyway. It's like say if Sean didn't have
oh
that
yeah,
injury because Bilal
exactly.
got COVID that week.
Yeah, he had
Um,
COVID. Sean's leg probably didn't heal yet, so yeah, it was
yeah,
just
whatever the injury was, and then
yeah,
he so if Bilal loses, I think Bilal will obviously stay right in that top
yeah. He'll
10,
probably stay like
whatever.
12, 13, 14. Because I think he's number 13 now, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. Yeah,
So they're right there next to each other. So
yeah,
well, we'll see. The UFC has their plans, whatever he wants to do, whatever they want to
right.
do, you know. And plus that welterweight division's crazy, you know, like because you think about it, like a Sean Brady versus Tyron Woodley fight would kind of make sense too,
Yes,
in
yeah,
my
that
opinion,
that would
because
be awesome.
Woodley's on like a 3-fight losing streak, I believe. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
I
he's
think
had
he
a rough
lost to
patch.
yeah, he lost to Usman for the belt, and then he lost to I know Gilbert Burns, and then he lost to Colby. So I think that's 3 fights in a row for him. And why not? You know what I mean? And he's old too. Tyron's like 40 years old.
Yeah,
So I think no matter who Sean gets next, it's going to be a name everyone recognizes, and just another step in the right direction for him.
yeah, and plus like Philly's booming right now, and this has like
Absolutely.
never been done because like Paul Felder hasn't fought obviously in a while, but he's still number 10. In his weight class, and then you got our boy Chris Dawkins is number 10 and in the heavyweight, and then you got Sean Brady now number 14 in welterweight, and then I'm sure after Kyle wins April 10th, we'll probably see Kyle like probably cracking top 25.
Right. So that's what
I
I was
would
going to say
say,
to you.
yeah,
Yeah, because Kyle has a good fight coming up. Another undefeated guy. Kyle just, and all these Philly guys have the same mindset. Like,
yeah,
you just send them a contract, they're going to sign it. You know what I mean?
right,
Like, they're not like They're not like some of these guys saying, "Oh, why would I fight him?" And whatever. Especially being this early in their career, Chris is a little different because the heavyweight division, all you need is 2 fights, two or three
Right.
wins, and you get boosted, boom. Right, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to seeing what is in store for Chris next. He wants to fight soon.
Yeah.
And
I'm
then
very excited because I think so obviously he didn't tell us but you know I think it was on an interview he said he wanted to get 3 fights, which might be a little tough. But I think he wanted to do July, October, and didn't he say December? I don't know if he saw that interview or not, but he definitely wanted to do 3 fights before the year's out. But that might be a little tough.
who are you talking about?
Chris.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, because like he didn't say it to us, but I do remember him saying, I don't know if it was a post fight or someone wrote an article, but he did say he wanted to fight 3 more times before the year's out. But I feel like he's definitely gonna get a solid 2.
Yeah, for sure. And it all
Yes.
depends on how. So what they have planned for the belt. They have Ngannou versus Miocic coming up at UFC
Right.
260,
And then the
and then
winner's probably gonna face John
yes,
Jones,
so
definitely.
John
Yeah.
Jones is going to get the winner of that, and then right there at the top, it's a little stagnant. So like you got Blades still ranked number 3, and he just
Right.
got knocked out, and then Derek Lewis was calling out Ngannou, or not
Right.
Ngannou. Derek Lewis was calling out Overeem,
Stipe? Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
then Overeem got released. So Chris versus Derek Lewis.
Yeah.
Why not?
Or probably a Volkov or something. I don't know
Yeah,
why, but I just have that feeling we're gonna see it's gonna be like Volkov or something like that. Yeah.
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 So, and then I'm really looking forward to April 10th when Kyle fights. He's just going to prove again why he shouldn't be fighting these dudes, but you have to, right? So
Yes, of
I
course.
think he's just going to prove that they're another level ahead.
Yep.
These guys from Philly, and Philly, it used to just be Eddie.
Yeah.
Eddie Alvarez in the UFC. It just used to be him, and now who knows what Paul does?
It's
Um,
crazy. And this is huge buzz for the CFFC
yes,
producing these local talent guys, and then like it makes you think like who is next when you're
right.
watching all these cards. It's unbelievable what Rob's doing at the CFFC and all. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, and it like shout out to EEFC John,
Oh
their head
yes.
coach over there. Dude, they have straight up killers in that gym, man. Like that's producing Sabatini, Sean Brady, and how many CFFC guys that are there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's hard to keep track of all of them.
It's crazy. It's
Um,
crazy. And then like I'm gonna read you a couple names too. So obviously, I'm gonna be at the CFFC event on Thursday. Unfortunately, you're not able to
yeah.
make it, but I'll definitely keep you on track. But so Daniel Gracie.
Shout
So
out to
one,
Sussman
two,
Hyundai.
yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he has 5 fighters in the 2 nights that are gonna be there, which is insane. It's
Yep.
crazy.
It's
Yes.
it's
So
unbelievable, dude.
yeah, he has Christian Bob, and then he's got Sean Stefalini, Miles Lee, Southpaw Gordy. I'm just going off of the Instagram handles. I don't think any. And then there's Will Tucker's definitely one. I don't know who Southpaw Gordy is, unless that's. Oh yeah, I'm an idiot. Okay, yes. So it's Gordon Wigington. So of course of the 3 nights, I'm gonna see four of the 5 Gracie guys. So I'm sure Sean and Pat will definitely be in the building for that one, which will be cool to see them. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Sean's girlfriend Kristen for.
Oh yeah, I saw
Did
you
you see that
post that.
video?
That's unbelievable. Yeah.
Dude, those medical field workers are unbelievable, man. Like they just jump into things
Yes.
and like without even thinking. I
Yeah.
don't know what the medical emergency was or anything like that, but it doesn't matter. Like that, she probably didn't even think twice. Dude, huge shout out to her for doing that. That's crazy. That's probably more nerve wracking than getting in a fucking octagon and fighting.
I
Imagine being
know.
30,000 feet up in the air and jumping
Oh,
right in, just doing that. So I want to I want to talk about this past weekend's card a little
Of
bit.
course,
A
yeah.
great card.
Awesome card.
Up
Fantastic
until
card.
up until the three title fights were kind of like
Yeah.
whack a little bit, But I shouldn't say that. They just didn't live up to the hype that it was getting, obviously. But I
Right.
guess it's pretty hard. But first, I want to give a shout out to he probably won't ever see this, but I'm still going to shout him out. Tim Elliott, who
Uh-huh.
beat Jordan Espinosa. So there's audio from their fight, and Tim Elliott's just on top of him, beating the brakes off him. And you hear Tim go, "So you like to choke women?"
Are you
And he
serious?
goes, "Swear." And he goes, "What?" "Yeah, she messaged me. You like to choke women? You're a woman beater?"
Oh
Just
my
meanwhile,
God.
dropping elbows on him. You don't know the whole story. And he was like, "I know enough." And just beat the shit
And
out
they're
of him.
just talking during this whole thing.
Dude, and he
That's
was calling him
crazy.
out on top of him, dude. Just beating the shit out of him.
Oh my
So
God.
shout out to him for beating him up. And he, Espinosa's right. We don't know the whole story, but still,
Right.
it was super cool seeing that.
That's
Um,
crazy. Holy shit.
yep. And then poor Joseph Benavidez, man, he just can't catch a break. He had those two title fights, getting knocked out both times, choked out one. Um,
Yeah.
and then the Dominic Cruz fight was awesome. Versus Casey Kenny.
Yeah.
You ruined my parlay, but whatever. We'll talk about that later.
The early
Um,
bird.
yeah, exactly. And then you get into the lightweight fight that I was really looking forward to: Drew Dober versus Islam Makhachev,
Hmm.
whatever his name is. That dude Islam is the truth. He has Khabib in his corner, so obviously he's being taught all the right things.
Yes.
That dude is a problem at 155. And the one I was watching Islam's post-fight press conference, and the one media guy, they were asking him who he wants next, and Islam was like, "A fight with Tony Ferguson probably makes sense." And right
Wow.
away, I was like, "Yeah, that does make sense, actually," because Tony's on like a little losing streak, and Islam's up and coming, and they're
I
really
thought
high
like
on him.
Tony was leaving. Like, what the hell's going on with Tony?
We don't know, dude. You never know. And what Justin Gaethje did to him, man, dude,
Yeah.
he needed to take a little bit more time off before he
Yeah.
comes
And
back.
there's like even rumors saying that he was gonna so like this was in January and this is just an MMA blogger. So like it's not like, the Adam Schefter of MMA, but there was like an article around January 28th. I was looking at it today, like on my lunch break at work, and they were saying that Tony Ferguson versus Paul Felder might make sense too, but I don't know. I like Tony's the type of guy that just wants big names that are just
Especially at
high
this point in
high
his
ranked.
career,
Right, yeah.
you
Like
know.
like him losing to Paul Felder will just put a fork in him, and
No,
then he'll probably go to
absolutely, yeah.
yeah. And
So
then he'll go like to the new League of Cage Fighting, or he'll wind up going to Bellator or something. Yeah.
right, and then well, he was in someone's corner for a UFC fight like a couple cards ago.
Yeah.
So maybe he'll just get into like coaching. He probably already is,
Yeah.
obviously, but you
Yeah.
never
He's
know.
definitely
This at
around
this
there.
point in his career, dude, like he just got the shit beat out of him by Gaethje, and like I hate seeing him like that. And then he fought oh my god, what was his name? Charles Oliveira, and
Yes, that's it.
that dude's a monster, by the way.
He is.
Um, the lightweight division is crazy good. Um, but again, you can't be getting your ass beat like this for
No,
you got
not
to
at
take some
all.
time off, and then you get into the bantamweight title, Petr Yan versus Aljo. Mixed emotions about this. I know Yan hit him with that illegal knee, and then Aljo like threw the belt, which I agreed with, and then he did the post fight interview, which is whatever. Usually when you're concussed, um, they don't really let you talk, or you shouldn't talk, but he did it, and then afterwards he was posting on social media and things like that with the belt, and but listen, he had a lot of people come out there probably for the championship fight, and they wanted him to celebrate. So I'm okay with everything that went on personally after the fight, but people have been roasting him on Twitter and stuff like that, but I'm okay with what he was doing,
Yeah,
but
it's like kind of a shitty way to win the belt on a disqualification, but like, yeah, I mean, like, of course, if you take the Twitter chime experts all serious, then like of course you're gonna be angry and it's gonna piss you off more. But yeah, I mean, it's a shitty way because like I looked at the judges' cards and they all had Jan up like two rounds to one up to that point. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
crazy.
well, no, and all the favor, or that's all the right in the world. That's how I had it. That's how I had it too,
Yeah.
because he was getting pieced up in that fourth round before
Oh
he got
yeah.
shot, before he got hit with that illegal knee.
Oh,
Um,
it's
but
crazy.
again, you don't know how much work that Aljo put into this, and same thing with Jan. Like Jan obviously put in a whole entire
Yeah.
training camp, and to win like that is. But and he's even said this. I never wanted to win a title like this. I don't feel like a champion. I don't, but they have to run it back. That's the only
Oh
thing that
yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense.
Yeah, probably by like July or August, depending
Yeah.
on the probably on the medical suspension for the champ for the
Yep.
new champ. Yeah, but he's probably gonna be on like I didn't see the
6 months
medical
probably.
suspension. Yeah, yeah. So we won't see him till the fall maybe.
And then you get into the featherweight title fight for the Amanda Nunes versus Megan Anderson. And God, Megan Anderson, that's why she was a plus 800 underdog.
R.I.P.
Dude, Jesus Christ, man. It wasn't even a close. It
There's
was.
like nobody left for Amanda Nunes. Like I don't know. Like she's ran through the whole fucking division.
Two
Like
divisions.
yeah, like you could like try to say Rose and even the
No, Rose. No, Rose can't fight her
no, there's
because
no way. Like
she's a strawweight.
yeah, well even if she put the weight on, there's
Right. No.
no chance.
Even
And
like I
and
was
then you got
saying,
the sisters too. There's no way that they could beat her.
Shevchenko's.
Yeah, you got them, and then you got of course my favorite women's fighter is Joanna, but she wouldn't stand a chance against Amanda
Nope.
Nunes either. So yeah, there's just nobody in the division. Maybe put her in there with the Clarissa Shields. Fuck it. Like
Yeah.
it's just it. It's
Honestly,
crazy. There's like
and
nothing for her right now. She's like
yeah,
probably
because
bored. She's probably bored out of her mind.
she has to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She has a new baby, and
Yes.
like what? I say just chill for a little bit.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
what would honestly make sense if she was just like, here, I'm giving up the titles. I'll be back in a year.
yeah.
I'm gonna beat whoever the champions are at both
Yeah.
weight classes. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that's. I mean, yeah. I
What are they
mean,
gonna do? Keep on feeding her these people, and she's just gonna
yeah.
beat the shit out of them?
I mean, she's on the beer commercials now and stuff. I mean, like
Yeah, just
she's
chill.
making a ton of money, so it's like she
She's the
could
goat.
even wait a little bit just to. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing for her right now.
Nothing unless you're
Yeah,
gonna
it's
fight a guy. What are you gonna do?
yeah,
Fight Henry Cejudo. Beat that dude up.
yeah. That's
No,
funny.
but yeah, and then you get into the Izzy versus Blachowicz fight, and it opened up my eyes while I was watching it to see. I was really looking forward to seeing what Izzy did at that weight class and see if his power was still there. Obviously it was KOing people at middleweight doing his
Yeah,
thing. His wrestling defense was on point at middleweight. Um, and then to fight a guy that's a true 205er, and who knows how much he weighed in that fight, when he
yeah,
walked in to the octagon, he had good moments. Obviously, like, you know what I mean? He's a very good striker and all these things, but Blachowicz was just at the very end, he was just taking him down.
yeah.
He had a very good performance. And
I never thought I'd see Izzy just lose like that. That was crazy. I did not expect that at all.
so as soon as that fight was done, I said, all right, well, the Jones talk has to stop.
Oh yeah, it's
It
over
has to.
now. I mean, like so like it's not like a situation where like when Manny Pacquiao got knocked out by Raul Marquez, where all of a sudden the Mayweather stuff stopped. But I mean, like Floyd, of course, chirped at it. I mean, like Manny at that point, I think had like 5, 6 career losses. No, probably 5 at that time, before the whole Mayweather fight and stuff. So like like boxing's different where like if you lose, you got to build your ass back up again. But in cage fighting, you just lose and you move on.
Yep.
That's like what I've been slowly learning. So like Izzy could probably bounce back. He could probably win the belt back, and then he could.
Well, he never lost a belt.
Yeah.
So
I
all
I
he
mean,
has to
like,
do
yeah,
is go
it's
back to
crazy.
185,
Yeah,
defend the
and
belt
just win
again,
it.
beat the shit out of someone.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. I mean, like he could go and win his next 5 fights, and then it could bring back the John Jones talk again. I mean, like that's just the way the UFC works.
It shows you how smart John is too.
Yes,
John Jones, because
he's just cool.
he could have easily just said, I'm moving up to heavyweight and I'll fight him in 2 months.
Right.
He said, nope, not doing that. I'm going to go gain weight, spar at that weight for months. He hasn't probably fought in over a year, right?
Yeah. Yeah. His
And
his last fight was DC, right? Was that his last fight, or was it the one after that?
Nah, he fought after that. I forget who he beat up, but whoever he beat up last. But yeah, let me look it up. So he's smart in that sense. He's walking around at that weight. He's training at that weight, and he's getting used to that weight. And who knows how he'll do still? You never know. But I'm completely looking forward to him at heavyweight, regardless of who wins, Stipe or Ngannou. I'm looking forward to him fighting either one of those guys.
I don't foresee Stipe losing. I really, really don't against Francis. I mean, like Francis has that Deontay Wilder power where he could get you with one shot and then that will rock your world. But Stipe is just a great boxer. I just don't think that Francis is going to be able to land a monster counter. I mean, he would have to time it. Literally to time it to nail Stipe, but I think that Stipe is going to get him again. So
right. So his last fight was February 8th of 2020, right before COVID.
Oh yeah, so we're looking at 13 months, and then we're probably not going to see him until October because they're going to wait a little bit and they're going to see how banged up Stipe or Francis is on the 24th. Yeah, so we're looking at probably an October showdown.
Yeah, I mean, even if you rewatch the first Stipe versus Ngannou fight, I mean, just an incredible performance by Stipe. He got hit a couple times, but his boxing is so on point, and his wrestling that night was so on point, and I feel as if it's just going to be the same thing over again. But again, this Ngannou power, you can't get touched. You can't get touched behind the ear. You just cannot get touched. And obviously Stipe knows that, but he's the greatest heavyweight of all time for a reason. It just shows you how lucky. Listen, DC's an Olympian. He's one of the greatest athletes of all time, and I love me some DC. But it just shows you how lucky he got against Stipe in the first fight.
Yeah,
because Stipe beat the shit out of him twice. Well, he did very well against him twice, I should say. But this weekend, again, you got the Leon Edwards, Bilal, so I'm looking forward to that fight. And I always look forward to these cards because it's kind of a card where people are you're just getting off the high of UFC 259, right?
Yeah.
And then you get into one of these cards. And then they
bring it back. Yep, for fight night.
So it's a fight night, Fight Pass, ESPN Plus, whatever. But some of these cards end up being the greatest cards.
Yeah.
That people talk about.
Yeah.
Bilal's on a little bit of a run right now. I'm looking forward to it. Leon Edwards, they took him out of the top 15 at welterweight because he wasn't fighting. And I kind of agree with what Leon was saying because they weren't giving him the top guy. He was ranked 3 at the time, So why would you fight? I'm not fighting somebody behind me. Why would I do that? I'm on a 7-fight win streak or a 5-fight win streak, whatever he's on.
I don't blame him.
And I don't either. But he was going to take the Chimaev fight and twice. And Chimaev just like Dana White said, he wasn't listening to the doctors. He always wanted to train. He constantly wanted to train, and he's never going to get better if he doesn't let his body, heal itself from.
Right.
I guess he had a really bad case of COVID. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens with him. I hope he fights again. He's fun. Watching him fight. Um, so yeah, man. What do you think of these fans coming back to Philly?
So I'm very excited. So from my sources,
Oh shit, source check.
yes. So from my sources for the indoor, they're still getting screwed a little bit. It all depends like on your venue and stuff. So like, even
What do you
though
mean?
it's so like it all depends like on your venue size. So like say like if a building has 2,000 people, they could probably still only have 200 because you're going to have like the 30, 40, 50 workers that are going to be there
Right.
throughout the night helping you set up and stuff. So they're still sitting at 200, you know? So
Okay.
like boxing, I mean, we could be in a different world April 24th. It's only a month away, and plus the vaccine percentage is going really, really well here in Philly. But yeah, I mean, we could be in a different world. I mean, I didn't get a number from Tony, but I could just estimate he's probably going to have maybe 200 people. I feel
Okay.
like there, yeah. So he's probably only going to be allowed to have 200. And then yeah, the Sixers. I'm going to try to get my hands on Sixers tickets, but I had a couple buddies that had first dibs on a pre-sale, so I didn't do a pre-sale for. Well, I didn't want to do a plan for the Sixers because they've raised the prices so much for a 10-game package for upper level. So I opted out, but they were generous because I've been a plan holder when I stopped working for the team. So they're letting me have first dibs for the pre-sale. So only God knows how much they're going to be. I'm probably expecting they're going to be like $100, $150 per. It's sick. Yeah. The Phillies are good. I actually have a pre-sale for them too, so I'll probably do a April and do like a July game. I mean, not a July game, a May one because they're only
Right.
letting you do the first 19 games. Also, if it stands, 420 is going to be a hell of a day for people because it's National Weed Day and it's a potential dollar dog night. So
Uh-oh.
people are going to be living it up, and it's also Earth Day too. So
There you
people
go.
people are going to be living it up Tuesday night
In
on
the
420.
environment. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm really excited. Like, what are your thoughts on the fans coming back? I mean, it feels like it's a type of normalcy, but like, of course, you're gonna wind up getting like ass raped on the third party,
Yeah.
ticketing markets and stuff too.
That's what I was thinking. I'm honestly, I am so over this whole fucking thing, man. I don't want to get too much into it because
Right.
probably my
Right.
opinion isn't like the most common Americans. But here's my honest thoughts. I'll get into it anyway. I really don't care. People can
All
judge me
right.
all they want. So I think if you are afraid of being outside or afraid of going outside, whatever it is, stay home, right? That's your choice. Stay home.
Right.
And if
Yeah.
you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. Do your thing, right? Just do your thing. But if you don't want to, you shouldn't have to. That's just my thoughts, my opinion. I think everything has to open back up, just be back to normal, but still have like regulations and like percentages of what you're allowed to have in your building, things like
Right.
that. Like,
Yeah.
but some of these small businesses are still, shutting down and stuff like that. It just sucks for these people, man. Like that's some of these individuals, that was their only income for their family,
Oh yeah, for sure.
and that's my true thoughts. If wear a mask when you're outside, whatever you want to do, but the people who don't
Yeah.
want to, or, just open up. That's all I'm asking. And obviously I'm only one person's opinion, but I'm just over it. It's been a year and I'm just frankly over it, man. That's it.
Yeah.
Just got to
Yeah.
get back to
No.
normal.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it is very exciting. I feel like we're getting on the right step. I
Yes.
mean, like, plus, like, honestly, like, even at like a Phillies game, like, I highly doubt that the ushers are gonna be like running like crazy to tell you to put your mask on and stuff because you also got to watch other people in your sections, and plus you usually get a lot of the old timers anyway, and
Right.
to them they're getting paid whatever an hour, and they and they actually just want to watch the damn ball game. So
And
they probably don't care,
I swear, 90% of the people, 95% of the people are going to listen to what people say.
Right, of course,
If you
yeah,
come to a game, you got to have your mask on. 95% of people are going to listen to it.
yeah.
You'll get your assholes every once in a while, Ken Ferry, and that are like, oh, dude, this is land of the free. Like I get that, like I understand it. Just if
Right.
the more
I
you
mean,
listen to it,
yeah,
the better off we'll be in the long run.
right. I mean, like I'm gonna of course, going into the event, I am going to wear my mask, but, like, of course, when I'm at the game, I'm going to take it off when I eat or drink, and I'll probably have it off as long as I can, or, like, as long as I can hold that drink in my hand.
Right.
That's all.
Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, it's fine. It's
I agree with you 100%. And I'm almost positive most people will agree with it. It's been a year. And I can't believe it's already been a year, to be honest. And
Oh, it's crazy because, like, even I shared something on my Facebook. So, like, when, like,
Rudy
Rudy,
Gobert.
yeah, when Rudy Gobert was making a joke about coughing and touching all the microphones, who the hell would have thought that he would have been the man shutting down the whole
NBA.
whole NBA, and him
Yeah.
testing positive after that, and that
I
was
can't
not.
believe, why
It's
did they
funny.
even start talking about coughing and stuff? Then he started touching everything. Why did they even start talking about it? Was it
Oh,
because
because they asked him if he was, like, sick or something, and he was joking around, acting like he was passing germs around, and it turned out that he really was
he had
passing germs
COVID?
because 2 days later he tested positive.
Dude,
It's
it's unbelievable.
crazy.
I can't believe it. It's been that long, man.
It's crazy.
But
It's
we're in the right
nuts.
direction. Even like my wife, shout out Mrs. Ferry. She's been working throughout this whole entire thing, like hands on with these people with COVID, old people, man. She's told me horrendous stories, and I can never imagine it, right? So even she sometimes comes home and says, "Yeah, I don't have as many patients now, and it's going down, and things like that." So
Good.
it's all good things, But again, you can't just say, "Oh, it's been good for a month. We're good to go." I get it, but it's
Yeah.
time to open up. It's time to, if you don't want to be out, or if you still want to wear your mask, wear your
Right.
mask. If you want to do your thing, do your thing. And if you want to get the vaccine, get your vaccine. But if you don't want to, that's your choice. That's it.
Right. Yeah. I totally agree. I mean, like, things are definitely getting better. People are getting the vaccines, and now they got, like, science behind it saying that, like, if you get both vaccines and you're able to be around people without a mask and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, whatever. I mean, whatever makes people happy. I mean, I know that I've done a great job, just not going out as much. But, like, of course, if
Yep.
I do go out to these sporting events, like covering it or just going as a fan, of course, I'm going to, take the safety
Listen to the
precautions and stuff.
rules.
Right.
That's literally
That's
it.
honestly all you have to do.
That's
And,
it.
just wear and even wear the proper mask. Like, don't show up in a friggin' bandana. Just
Right.
fucking put a mask on. It's crazy.
Yeah. And like a lot of the places you go to now like have extra masks for you and everything like
Right.
that. So
Exactly. Like a Wawa's nice enough to hand you one of those masks too if
I'm
you walk in
sure
and out of a
every
mask.
I'm sure every car in America has a mask either
Yeah,
on
I
the
always see
mirror
it. Yeah.
or like your gear shifter down there.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right, let's look forward to this card coming up this weekend. Actually, no, I lied. I want to look at UFC 260 real fast. I won't hit on it too much because we'll probably do like a live.
Yeah, we got Miranda Mavericks on it, right? That's on the
Yes.
27th. Yeah, she's actually not like one of the first, but she's like the third fight, I think, what I saw, if that's accurate. I
Yeah,
think
she's
she's like the
fighting.
third
Well,
fight.
hopefully it happens. I'm knocking on wood here for her sake.
I know.
Because
Hopefully Jill's body doesn't go into shock for cutting weight and stuff.
yeah. Um, where are we at here? Yeah, you got the return of Sean O'Malley, Tyron Woodley. Oh, that's why he can't fight Woodley. I'm an idiot. He's
Was
fighting.
that?
He's fighting Vicente Luque that night.
Oh, okay.
Obviously at welterweight, and then the return of Sean O'Malley. Ever since his debacle
Yeah,
against Chito Vera.
that was brutal.
Yeah, and then you got Miranda Maverick fighting Jillian Robertson, and You got the featherweight championship of the world, Brian Ortega versus Alexander Volkanovski.
Oh,
Very much looking forward to that style matchup.
yeah.
Brian shaped, dude, bald Brian Ortega looked phenomenal in his last fight. Absolutely incredible. And he took a while off after losing to Max because Max
Oh,
beat the
okay.
brakes off him.
Yeah, Max Holloway.
And then you got obviously Stipe versus Ngannou. So that's going to be a great card. Great top, very top heavy card. Yeah, it looks like Marina is going to be. They can always change this, but 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth fight. But they can always change that.
Yeah, it always goes crazy. But like I do think like even going back to Sean Brady, I feel like that's his last early prelim. He's definitely going to be like
Especially being
right
ranked
before the main cards or even the first on the
or on
main
the main
card now.
card.
Yeah.
He can even at this point where he's at right now, he can even be on the main card of like a fight night.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Obviously, so he can even he possibly might be main eventing a fight night card at
Oh,
towards the end of
100%.
2021.
I know.
And then when he cracks
Did
that top
you?
5, he'll be on
Yeah.
the pay-per-view main events.
Yeah, and when the UFC fight night was here, I know I had a friend that went and he actually really enjoyed it because Gaethje was the one that headlined it. But did you go to that or were you
Nah,
working?
I was working.
Yeah, I wasn't able to
Well,
go
not at that
either.
time, but I worked that day. So he fought, I think, who did he fight that night? James Vick, maybe?
I think that's what it was. Yeah.
Was it? It might have been. I might be wrong, but yeah, that dork James Vick, man. Oh my god, he blocked me on Twitter and everything.
Did he?
Don't worry, we will never have James Vick on here. That dude, he got cut from the UFC too, and he just got knocked out in his main event for some promotion. I don't know what
Oh
promotion it was,
shit.
but yeah, he came in all whatever, former UFC fighter, all this stuff, and he got knocked out by some guy. Poor guy. He has to retire. I even said that after his last fight in the UFC. He was just getting KO'd by everybody. Like you're young still, man. You can't be getting knocked out like
Yeah,
this.
I don't know why guys just take a beating like that. It's
Every
crazy.
4 months you're getting KO'd stiff, and not
Yeah,
like knocked out like you're getting TKO'd. Like you're getting knocked out. Like
yeah, big time.
you're dead. But dude, this was fun. I like this whole like no,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
don't have to
yeah.
ask questions.
Yeah, this was great. I think Sunday, so ironically while we were on, Nahir Albright, who we were talking about earlier on the show, he said that he is down to come on. So we might have
Cool.
him Sunday, so I'll coordinate with him and all. Maybe we'll just do a morning one just to bang it out so
Yeah.
we're not ruining our Sundays or trying to like rush it or
Sunday fun days.
yeah,
Shout out McDuff's. Shout out Brandon Hoffman.
I know.
I was gonna say something. Oh man, what was it? Never mind. I forget. So it slipped my mind. It was something important. Oh wait, no, I got it. We will be doing a live podcast when everything kind of opens back up. City
Yes.
Sips, right on State Road.
Yeah, so check out so they're not a sponsor yet, but Nick Capecci, one of my old bosses at Sluggersville, when they first opened Sluggersville indoor baseball facility in Northeast Philly. Nick he made his own vodka company, really, really good. They're like adult pouches. It's called City Distillery is what the company is called, but they sell City Sips, which is like the adult pouches. So they have like all these different flavors. They got iced tea, punch, Bloody Marys. They got strawberry lemonade. They got a blueberry lemonade, which I thought I'd hate, but it literally tastes like a blueberry high C. Like they're so good, and they're also dangerous too if you drink a few of those. And they're also perfect for the beach. But Nick's place, phenomenal. It's right off of State Road. He's got a stage and all. So maybe we'll do it there. Maybe we'll talk to some like small dive bars, maybe to
Yeah.
get them some business and stuff. I mean, like they don't. I mean, like usually when like people do podcasts, like we're not paying them, so like like it's just basically a win-win for
Bring your
them where like we could
friends.
bring our family and friends in, and like of course they're gonna get business off that, and
And I'm
plus like
sure we'll
yeah.
we'll have some like Kyle and Chris will come if they're not in
Oh
camp.
yeah,
And
they would 100% be
I
down.
even I even when we were in Stroudsburg, I can't believe we didn't hit on this. We went out to Stroudsburg and saw like a little seminar and a meet and greet with Miranda Maverick. And
Yeah.
I even reached out to her saying, hey, possibly come up, and have a bunch of people just like come in from the Northeast, and it'll be great. It'll be super fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's really gonna be fun. Plus, Nick and his wife Megan are fantastic people.
My
So
wife's
we would
Tori, dude. I'm just kidding.
yeah.
Babe, if you're
Yeah.
watching, I
So
don't
they're
know any
great.
Megans. I'm gonna be honest with
Yeah.
you. I don't know
Yeah.
any.
No. This
Actually,
is
she's right outside the door. She's laughing.
yeah. This is ironically another Nick that has a wife named Megan though, not a
Nice.
Tori. Yeah. But yeah. And then before we get off, of course we got limited shirts. I think the rest is gonna go to Nick. I know he has a couple of friends and family that are gonna buy them too. But if you guys want to buy shirts, we have very limited stock.
That's Joe's fault. That's
I
Joe's
know,
fault.
I know, I know. But we'll probably do like another run for sure on shirts. But yeah, I mean, again, thank you everybody that bought
Yeah,
them.
huge
It
shout out to
means
everybody.
it means a lot because like of course like when you start something, of course everyone's fear is failure, but
Not being
just
successful.
right, and just like people that keep subscribing, viewing the videos, just even writing a little comment on like
Yeah.
Facebook or something, it means so much to us, trust me, because like me and Nick honestly like only talked a little bit before we started doing like a collab, and
Mm-hmm.
now like we got close again and we're all talking and stuff, and like yeah, I know, and
Get all
we
emotional, brother. We talk about fights every
yeah,
single day of
yeah,
our life.
fights and all, and then we're able to take trips to meet up with the guests and all, whether it's at like a Cafe Carmela or we're going to
Yep.
Stroudsburg to go meet Miranda. Yeah, so it's just been
And Fight Club.
fun, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And
so I mean,
also,
we're very excited.
yeah, and also, if anybody who watches it till the end, I wanted to talk about in the beginning. I'm sorry, Jill. You're still you're still my favorite sister-in-law. I'm just kidding. If anybody's in the market to buy or sell their home, man, Jill Ferry is literally the greatest. She helped me and Tori out when we bought our first ever home, made the process super easy, and she's literally the greatest. She's Jill Ferry on Instagram, and she's the best.
All right, cool. Yeah. So thank you everybody for listening. We might do episode 22 on Sunday. I'm going to coordinate a time with Nahir to see if he does want to do that on Sunday, or if not, we'll probably do another Tuesday one. Yeah, so again, it was really fun. We'll wait from closing words from Nick once he gets back. No idea where he went. One sec. Oh,
My bad, bro. Okay, my one dog got scared of the vacuum robot. You're muted.
oh yeah, no. I was just saying, yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. We might do episode 22 on Sunday with Nahir Pretty Boy Woo Albright. So he's fighting again on short turnaround. April
Nice.
3rd. And Rodney's been posting flyers like crazy, so it looks like we're up to 11 fights. Could go down. COVID's insane with these fucking fight cards and these guys just not making weight and shit. So yeah, well, let's see what happens. It should be a nice card. I'll definitely be there for Joey the Tank. I already told him to make sure he has tickets, and I'll give him cash money.
Sweet deal.
Yeah.
And
You got
also
anything in closing?
shout out to Chris Dawkins for keeping his word and
Yes.
getting some cheesesteaks with us. That was incredible. He's just such a good dude.
Oh
And then
man.
I'm looking forward to who he was with the Loft guys today. So I'm looking forward to their podcast dropping on Thursday night with him. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, that was really cool. I mean, like Chris is that guy where like, he will talk to you and he's not gonna have an ego. Like
Mhm.
growing up, like he's just a regular dude and nothing like phases him. He works his ass off. So yeah, he's definitely one of my favorite guys to talk to, and
Yep.
also I'll be a fan for life for Chris Dawkins and even Kyle too. Both of them are phenomenal
Yeah,
guys. Yeah.
we'll have Kyle on soon, but in Chris's words, he's a maniac during a fight camp, so I don't want to talk
Yeah.
to him during this fight camp.
Right, of course. Yeah.
But we will be tuning in and get him on afterwards. So
Yeah, for sure. But all right, everyone, thank you for tuning in. Have a great night. I'm gonna upload now before I go to bed and wake up at 5:40 in the morning. And yeah,
peace.
we will finish out the week strong. All right, guys. Thank you again and have a great night.
You too. You too.
You said you too.
Fuck. God, I gotta